Okay, so the last chapter ended with us going to the maid cafe to get our keys back. And then having the entire town show up to fend off some bikers. What do I think of Warframe? Interesting so far, but I could see it not lasting very long, which is kind of ironic. Because so far there hasn't been a lot of variety to it. Obviously I can't give you a really detailed explanation of the game or anything like that because I've only seen so little of it. But it doesn't appear to be hugely varied in things. I mean, it suffers from that problem in many games like that where you kind of get to do one or two things and that's it throughout the entirety of the game. And the fact that they expect you to grind and grind and grind to get stuff, I can see how that would get just a little bit old and stale. But it seems like it's one of those games that'd be good if you had 30-45 minutes to kill and you wanted to murder things as violently as possible, or in my case pin them to wall with bows and arrows. Oh yeah, most of the time I played, I was actually playing with one of my friends. And then we had other random people join the mission we were on and kind of ruin it for us, because one of the things I actually like to do in Warframe, because I have to admit, it looks really, really nice. It is really, really a beautiful game to look at. They put a lot of detail into all the scenery and didn't put a ton of invisible walls everywhere. I mean, in some places, yeah, but you actually have a fairly big area to just kind of roam around and look and poke at things in. And the problem with random people joining is all they try to do is get to the end as fast as possible. And I understand that after you ground out a game for probably literally months, if not years, you probably wouldn't care too much because you've seen it all before, but for someone like me, I haven't seen it all before, so I'm just kind of poking and looking and kind of trying to find every last little chest and all that. But I could see it as a game that I would pick up and play for short bursts when I have time. It's definitely a game that's going to require a lot more time than I have to invest in it to get good anytime soon. But it's something I could pick up and play. I had to turn down a bunch of settings that were going to give me a migraine if I didn't, but you know, details. So anyway, I knew we wouldn't be doing any club activities after school today before Mion even said anything. I've been invited over by Shion for an all-you-can-eat dessert. I made a point of leaving half my lunch uneaten. My expectations would only be rivaled by my hunger.
Keiichi-kun, 今日はなんだか嬉しそうだね。
Unlimited dessert will do that to a guy.
いいことあるのかな?
I guess it was obvious, especially with me, the man that should never enter poker tournaments ever. Reina had questioned me with a happy look. That's right, why don't I invite Reina for dessert as well? Nah, if I recall correctly, Shion said something about having a ticket. At worst, the restaurant might be admission by ticket only today. If that was the case, then having Reina be turned away at the door would result in the worst feeling ever.
ちょっとしたラッキーでさ。明日報告してやるよ。レナ、きっと羨ましがるぜ。
なんだろう。いいの。
And you haven't even heard what it is yet.
そのラッキーって可愛いかな?
Potentially? Cute? Huh. I wonder what Reina would think of the uniforms at Angel Mort. They'd definitely be a critical hit.
多分かなり可愛いかも。
いいのいいの。
Jelly? Really? We're going with Jelly. Fair enough.
何かな何かな。
へえ、どんな幸運に恵まれたのやら。あれ、ひょっとして2月くらい前にエンジェルモードで三角くじとか引いた？
The Angel Mort staff kidnapped and taken home. So many disappointed businessmen.
それに当たった？
おいおい、俺は2月前にはまだ転校してきてないぞ。
ああ、そっか。じゃあエンジェルのデザートフェスタでもないし。
みーちゃん、エンジェルのデザートフェスタって何かな。
ほら、沖宮の駅前の正面にエンジェルモートっていうファミレスがあるじゃない？
You're still calling that a family restaurant.
あそこではね、季節の変わり目に新デザートのお披露目イベントをやるんだよ。それが今日でね。あ、言っても無駄だよ。くじ当選者以外は入店できない貸し切りデーだから。
Mion explained once again what Shion explained to me last night.
レナも今度からお店に通ってみよう。
I don't know if you're going to appreciate exactly what that restaurant's selling. I'm just saying.
頑張ってくじを当てて次のデザート食べ放題を狙うの。
頑張れ。ちなみに聞いた話だと、当選くじはマニア垂涎のプラチナチケットで闇では高値で取引されてるなんて噂が。
You know, I kind of have my doubts. Hearing that story, I felt even more appreciative of the ticket that Shion had procured for me. I just thought I was lucky to be able to eat dessert for free, but it turned out that ticket was much more valuable. The number of things I had to thank Shion for had increased again.
ありがとな。そんなに価値があるものなんて俺全然知らなくて。
I whispered in a voice only Mion could hear. That was how I conveyed my feelings. Mion looked at me for a moment before she tilted her head to the side and smiled confusedly.
何？
Nani?
なんか言った？
It would be a problem if you said something to me right now. That smile seemed to be telling me as much. I really have this feeling you're reading too much into this, dude. I guess Mion wouldn't be accepting any gratitude while she was Mion. I'll go to the restaurant. Today I'll thank Mion while she's Shion.
じゃ、おじさんはこの辺で失礼するわ。今日のバイトはちょっとハードなんだよな。じゃあね。
Mion waved her hand energetically as she left.
ねえケイチくん、なんだかみーちゃん最近変なの。浮かれてるっていうか嬉しそうっていうか。
Well, remember her uncle also owns the restaurant, so, you know, her other uncle.
そうなのか？
Reina was pretty sharp when it came to these types of things. To me, Mion seemed the same as always, but Reina apparently felt something different.
ケイチくんは知らないのかな。てっきり知ってるのかなって思って。
Reina's skirt fluttered as she spun around with a coy smile.
知ってるって俺が何を？
I was obviously weaseling my way out of the question, but I wasn't lying. Honestly, I didn't really know what was going on. Why did Shion, a persona of Mion that she created, appear before me? Something was blatantly up, but Rena paid it no heed.
そっか。じゃあ何なんだろうね。でもみーちゃんが機嫌いいとレナも嬉しいよ。はう。
So, don't poke the box and risk it. I'm just saying. Saying that, she spread her arms wide and spun around happily. I didn't know why, but Raina was in a really good mood. It was so infectious that I had to smile too. Even the chirping of the cicadas seemed joyful.
でもね。
Raina abruptly stopped spinning. Her expression had returned to a more somber one.
みーちゃんね。つい最近ね。すごく傷つけられたの。
A lot of pain?
傷つけって、え？
The pain that Raina was talking about probably wasn't physical.
はじめはあまり気にしてないふりをしてたけど、怪我と同じ。だんだん腫れてきた。じんじん腫れてきた。とうとう痛みがこらえられなくなって、夜中、そしてレナに電話してきたの。みーちゃんは泣いてた。
ごめん。それ、何の話だよ。
何の話？レナは今、何か話をしてたのかな？
Oh, good. Oh, good. We're gonna start here, huh?
おい、そんなとぼけ方するなよ。今、レナは。
知らない。レナは何も知らないよ。
We're gonna start this, are we? The good times are over! Raina spun as she laughed innocently. Eventually, she appeared to get sick, stumbling as she steadied herself with her hand against the wall.
バカだな。調子に乗ってぐるぐる回ってるからだよ。
ごめん。気持ち悪いかも。
I'll lend her a shoulder to lean on. To be stumbling around like a newborn foal at this age is actually quite a feat. Raina, in a good mood, only babbled incoherently after that. I laughed as I responded to and chided her. However, the chance to revisit that heavy topic Raina had brought up before never arrived. As soon as I got home, excuse me everyone, I tossed aside my school bag and changed in a hurry. The effects of only having a light lunch were starting to show, as my stomach would begin to let out fickle growls. Alright, let's go to Angel Mort! It's time to face the land of endless dessert! Preparations for battle are complete. Tally-ho! Rip headphone users. Angel Mort had a decidedly different feel to it compared to yesterday. Dessert festa today, admittance by reservation only. Nonetheless, this front of the store was being swarmed by over a dozen young men. Judging by how they were looking upwards in jealousy instead of entering the store, they weren't invitees. Why would they gather here if they knew they couldn't get in? I found out the answer when I passed the crowd and began to climb the steps to enter the restaurant.
あんた当選者なのか？ チケットを持ってるのか。
ああ、まあな、ラッキーだったんだ。
As soon as I said that, I was immediately mobbed. It was like being in the middle of a football scrum on a crowded train. What is going on? The reason was this. It wasn't just one ticket per person. One ticket could let up to 4 people inside.
そうだったのか。ますますレナや他のみんなを誘ってやるべきだった。親切にありがとう。
Yeah, ultimate lucky student, 1983.
でも今の話は聞かなかったことにするよ。
With an uplifting smile, I turned and ignored them. When I did, their arms all reached out at once, like the souls of the damned seeking succor.
その4名様までのお供に、ぜひ俺たちを。
What selfish people? This was the only reason they were crowded in front of the restaurant. Dozens of wretched arms reached out for me like the teeth on a giant rake and grasped at the air. I was already climbing the stairs to the entrance.
なんて身軽なやつ。取り押さえろ。
This isn't something to joke about! I flew up the rest of the stairs and threw myself inside the restaurant. It was like I had entered a different world. The miserable throng of the damned hurled curses at me from the other side of the glass door. But inside of this completely soundproofed and air-conditioned restaurant, with the angelic smile of a waitress to welcome me, they were nothing more than a refreshing piece of scenery. I knew that I shouldn't laugh, but I began to let out a sinister cackle.
いらっしゃいませ。エンジェルモートへようこそいらっしゃいました。本日はデザートフェスタにつき、チケットのお客様のみの貸し切りになっております。チケットとご方面をお伺いしてもよろしいでしょうか。
チケットはないけど名簿に名前があると思います。前原です。
前原あった。失礼ですがフルネームでお伺いしてよろしいですか。
圭一です。前原圭一。
大変失礼いたしました。特別招待の前原圭一様ですね。
Hey, Keiichi.
お席へご案内いたします。どうぞこちらへ。
The mood inside the room was incredibly heated. The booths were packed to the brim. Men in their prime were stuffing their faces with dainty desserts that didn't suit them at all. It was a rather unnerving spectacle. Soon after I was shown to my seat, Shion arrived.
いらっしゃいませ。ようこそエンジェルモーターへ。
よしよ、今日は本当にありがとうな。世話になりに来たぜ。
ちょっと遅かったから心配しました。でも来てくれて嬉しいです。
It may have been because other customers were around that her tone was less casual, but she still capped off that welcome with her usual brilliant smile.
見ての通り、今日はお客さんがすっごいんで、定時に抜けさせてもらえるかちょっと自信がないんです。私の仕事が終わるまでのんびりしててくださいね。終わったら一緒に遊びに行きましょうね。
Oh my. Whispering just that last part into my ear, Shion winked and returned to the kitchen. Maybe it was because the mood in the restaurant was so heated, but Shion seemed a bit bolder. Even a small change in her mannerisms was enough to set my heart aflutter.
お待たせしました。
While I was overwhelmed by the atmosphere inside the restaurant, orders from the new summer menu were carried out one after the other. Every single one was extravagantly huge. I get it. You can eat all the amazing things for free. No wonder a ticket was worth its weight in gold. On top of that, all of it was plenty delicious. From dishes with a general appeal to insane ones aimed at specific audience, there were absolutely no gaps in their repertoire.
どう考えても一人で食う量じゃないかもしれないな。まあそれは置いておいて。
Now you're hungry. See, I had lunch right before I started, so go me? Yeah, I can see how that make you hungry though, really. It didn't feel relaxing in here at all. Probably because the fervor inside the restaurant was clearly abnormal. All the other booth seats were crammed with groups of 4. Sleazy men were gorging like pigs on cutely decorated desserts, and it wouldn't have been a surprise if they started licking the plates. It was more than a little unsettling. It piqued my interest, so I started listening in on their conversation, and what things I heard! It's rude to eavesdrop.
エンジェルモード萌え
He's literally just called Otaku. That is literally the name of the role. They said, hey, we need you to voice act for this. We need Otaku. You need cake. You know, I'm not a big fan of cake. I prefer pie. Then again, I'm weird.
僕ですか当選チケットは秘密ルートから7万で購入したっつ
70,000 yen? You paid $700 for this ticket? In 1983?
職場には親戚の葬式でと言ってにゃりよ
Okay, they had made multiple people audition for the role Otaku.
エンジェルは制服が最高により
ウェイトレスさん水とかズボンにこぼしてふきふきとかしてくれないかにゃ
And one of you actually literally said meow. God damn it.
にゃにゃ
You have cat ears on, don't you?
エンジェルモートのフィギュアが今度発売されるらしいでござるな。次のイベントは要注意でござる。
そうそう今度大手フィギュアメーカーが商品化を決めたそうであります。発売日は要チェックなのであります。
しかし大人買いするには種類が多すぎるのでごわすな。普通のファミレス制服のフィギュアなら10種類程度でごわすのに、今度のはシークレットポーズ差分込みでざっと100種類。
So, just time out. This is, not a franchise, is it? This is like a one-off restaurant somewhere. It's kind of a family-owned type dealie that just happens to be a maid cafe. And yet there are otaku here. This place is popular enough to merit a 100-piece set of their wait staff. Did I read that correctly? I'm just asking. Because it just... Huh. Anyway.
ダブった時は誰かトレードしてもらいたいでおじゃる。ファンとしては即日コントは義務。いや、君と僕とのデスティニーでおじゃるよ。
The words spilling out of their mouths were pretty much all incomprehensible jargon. But they still keenly conveyed that hidden behind them was an invisible aura of abnormality.
お待たせしました。次のデザートは 南国風シナモンのアバンチュールでございます。
Tropical cinnamon love affair. You know, I actually would like to try that parfait, I guess it would be, on the left side of the menu, in the middle with the what looks like either a lemon or an orange wedge sticking out of it. That thing looks interesting.
どうかなさいましたか？
あ、いえ。なんかこう、今日の店内は雰囲気が違うなと。
うちのお店、その道の方々にはかなり有名らしいんです。
I would go for the death by cake. I honestly, just out of the two, I've got to pick that.
まあそういう狙いのお店ですからいいんですけどね。
You were aiming to be picked up by Otaku. Fair enough.
でもイベントの日のお客様はちょっと濃いめの方が多いんで困っちゃいます。
The waitress informed me quietly with a wry smile.
なんかお客の人たちも血走っててハイエナみたいですよね。今日のお客さんのほとんどはかなり遠方から無理してきてるみたいですからね。
Well, if you paid $700 for the ticket, you travel. I'm just saying.
そういう方々ってハメを外しやすいんでちょっと怖いんです。ちゃんとガードを固めておかないと大変なんですから。
What did she mean by keep your guard up? That, at that moment, a large crash resounded through the room. I turned around, startled, to see the waitress had fallen down and spilled the order she was carrying right into a customer. Wait, isn't that Shion?
すみませんでした。
Yeah, I'm at least they didn't try to draw the otaku. Yeah. Chapter 2 we almost were killed by bikers. Now we're nearby some otaku that could lose their minds.
そのお召し物はその
なんてことするにゃり。
Oh god, she spilled it on an otaku.
もうジーンズ専門店で1800円もしたズボンが生クリームでベトベトにゃりよ。
Oh god. What the hell is that? That is an apt question, Keiichi. For somebody who just met with disaster, he seems awfully happy. I don't know how to explain this to you. But, this is probably his fetish. I'm just saying.
これはひどいですにょ。ウェイトレスさんが精神誠意ふきするしかないでござるにょ。
Okay, that's a little less of a niche, but you know. The conversation suddenly veered off in an odd direction. Hey, what'd he say? Wipey? Did he want Shion to wipe him down? Right over that obviously aberrant tint he pitched over his crotch?
でもその私
ふきふきふきふきふきふき。
The wipey chant quickly spread throughout the room. Totally cornered, Shion went pale. She looked over to a more experienced waitress for help, but was only met with the head shaking out of pity. Hey, Sun Priestess. Yeah, that's an outfit for a maid cafe, just to let you know. That's what this place is.
園崎さん、足を引っ掛けられたんですね。
Oh, she was tripped.
ああやってわざと衣服を汚させて絡んでくるお客が最近多いんですよ。
Uh-huh.
足を引っ掛けてだって？じゃあ今のあれも事故じゃなくて恋？
メインの女の子は十分気をつけてますから絶対ああはならないんですけど、園崎さんは短期バイトだからまだガードが甘くて、今日のお客様たちにも早々に見破られちゃったみたいで、朝からあんな感じで絡まれてるんです。
Yeah, Keiichi is nowhere near this bad.
店長とかは何やってんだよ。あんな不良な客は追い出せよ。
We're in the service industry, so there's not much we can do about it. God damn if that ain't the truth. She laughed as she said that as in a resigned tone. Shion trembled uncontrollably with the dishcloths in her hands as she turned bright red. The man who had been doused in frosting splayed out on the bench, putting the cream-covered tint over his crotch on full display. Still mentally unprepared, her trembling hand inched forward, goaded on by onlookers.
さあさあさあ、ふきふきするでござるよ。
From my male point of view, it might have been a ridiculous spectacle I could just smile wryly at, but from a woman's point of view, this was obviously pure humiliation. Oh God. Oh God, what, I mean, why this? Why are we going into the, bad place music? When I was trapped by those thugs and had been paralyzed with fear, Shion fearlessly stood up to them and saved me. Still, as humiliating as it was, Shion was also partly to blame for this. And it wasn't as though her life was at stake, right? Even these guys, they were just going to jeer at her in a bit of a lewd situation, so it's not like they were going to eat Shion alive or anything. It'd be alright if I just consoled her afterward.
私だって怖かったですよ。でも他ならぬケイちゃんのピンチだし、勇気出して頑張りましたってことです。
When I, a man, was being assailed by 3 thugs while paralyzed with fear, Shion saved me without a second thought. What about now? These sleazy, filthy degenerates were trying to pin the blame on Shion. This time, our roles were reversed. Hey, Keiichi Miyabara. If you don't save her now, when will you be able to repay the debt you owe her? You scared, Keiichi Miyabara? At that time, Shion, no Mion, didn't even show a hint of hesitation. Then what about now? I'm not hesitating. Then what? If you're not hesitating, then why aren't you helping her?
さあ、観念するでござる。
Oh God, we got boss fight music for this bit.
ほっほっほ。
やかましいぞ重量オーバー。俺の目が黒いうちに出てうせろ。
I grasped Shion's shoulder firmly and pulled her behind me.
ケイち
分かっておらんでござるな。そのスタッフが世のオズボンに粗相したのでござるよ。
Yonder waitress? Mine pants?
これはお仕置きなのでござる。
お仕置きが必要なのはてめえの方だ。男なら能書き吐くな。腕で物を言ってみろ。
My body was lifted in the air like nothing. I was thrown right back into my own seat. This guy is strong? No matter how you look at it, athletic, and this Lardo aren't even in the same area code.
オタクは意外にマイナーな武道を得得していることが多いでござるから甘く見ると大変でござるよ。
Mystical Otaku power? This game has gone for mystical Otaku power. I need a moment. Mystical Otaku power. I don't know. I'm having problem with their mystical, magical, martial art thing. The man smirked, showing off his gum line.
Keiichi, 大丈夫?
Damn it. How lame must I look right now?
シオンは足を引っ掛けられたんだろう。向こうが悪いんだから突き上がらせることなんかないぞ。
そうだけど、でもやっぱり悪いのは私だし。
もう一度だ。行くぞこれくらいでへこたれるケイチ様だと思うなよ。もう一度だ。
Are we playing rope-a-dope here? Is that what we're doing?
口ほどにもないでござるの。
まだまだ
Rise, my will to fight! Not just running, I planted every one of my steps firmly as I closed the distance to the lard ball. That wasn't quite blue screen of death yet. We hadn't hit there yet. Each time I ripped my foot off the floor, I could feel my burning spirit flare up from the point of impact. Everything slowed down like I was walking underwater. As I stepped forward in that viscous flow of time, I calmly measured the gap between us. With our difference in height, my reach was the ultimate advantage. There was an ever so tiny distance between us where only my punch would be able to reach. I unleashed my iron fist of righteous anger, but it flew towards his face slowly like I was punching underwater. Reacting to that, but with a smirk on his face, the fatso easily stepped inside of my punch. I hadn't realized it until now, but in this mired time, I was able to observe his baffling counterattack with almost painful clarity. His arms slowly swung around in a large windmill motion, wrapped around my whiffed punch, and descended in an arc. That arm swung around like the arms of a clock, and came into contact with my head, twisting my upper body around. Dragging my head along, he followed through with another rotation. This time he rotated his entire body like a top, followed by another rotation. Combining defense and offense, it was a brilliant counter. That's right, 3 times. I was thrown after 3 rotations, I think. In this viscous region of time, I was unable to struggle, and I could only wait dumbstruck until the moment I was thrown. The moment I was, that sluggish temporal anomaly abruptly ended. Yeah, we were just hit with Zararudo. Yeah, that's what happened.
修行が足りないでござるよ。ヤングメン。
I was loath to admit it, but against somebody trained in martial arts, I couldn't win through force of will alone. After my consciousness faded in a wave of dizziness, when I came to, I was lying down in my own seat.